K-skincare, K-cosmetics, K-makeup, Korean beauty products have been gaining popularity around the world in recent years, and one of the biggest consumers is the U.S. For today's K-Correspondent, we connect to Eric Del Portillo, founder of Calabasas Cosmetics, to talk more about the K-beauty trends in the U.S. Hello, Eric.
Hi, Eric.
Hi, thank you so much for having me.
Thank you for joining us on the program. So, Eric, could you please introduce yourself briefly to our viewers and also tell us what is your relation to Korean beauty products?
Sure. So once again, my name is Eric Del Portillo. I was born and raised in Los Angeles, and that's where I'm coming from today. Essentially, what my company does is we import Korean skincare and curate it. We sell it wholesale and recently launched direct-to-consumer. And we plan to sell other Korean beauty products as well down the line.
Wow, so you connect K-beauty and the U.S., very important role. We did hear that K-beauty is receiving a lot of attention in the U.S. market. In what way do you feel this happening around you and also in connection with your business as well?
I think the U.S. consumer is making new changes and kind of valuing health and wellness way more than in previous years. They really care about what's going into their body and what they're putting on their body. And as you can tell, Korean skincare and Korean beauty is top tier. It's the gold standard, really. And so, users are really doing the research and finding out that Korean skincare or other Korean beauty products is, an ideal choice for them.
And then generally, how big is the interest in the beauty products in the U.S.? And if you can you compare the interest to the interest in Korea? And also, where do Americans usually buy their cosmetics?
Yeah, so, the Korean skincare or the K-beauty market really is worth about $26 to $27 billion as of today. However, by 2030, it's projected to be worth about $48 billion. Mind you, health and wellness in general today is worth about $480 billion. So there's a lot of room for growth in terms of market share for K-beauty products. And in terms of where U.S. consumers are purchasing Korean beauty products, it's definitely mostly online currently today. It was only very recently you can go to a store like Ulta or Sephora and purchase Korean skincare or Korean beauty. And even then, it's a very condensed line, and it's basically deals with manufacturers that are kind of in a testing mode. They're no longer, a year long. They're kind of just testing out the market to see how it's going.
Interesting. Now, Eric, among all the K-beauty products then, which ones are especially popular among U.S. consumers? I mean, I heard that recently American consumers are even hoarding for Korean sunscreen. So what is behind all this craze?
To answer your question, yeah, there is definitely a craze for Korean sunscreen, but we're also seeing an increase in sales for toners and moisturizers. I think those two come down to the radical weather changes coming up in the United States. Here today it was 24 degrees Celsius, and in 2 days it's going to be 33. But with Korean sunscreen, it's much more complicated, honestly. Part of it is, yes, consumers are worried about the tariffs and the prices going up. But the FDA treats Korean sunscreen and sunscreen in general as an over-the-counter product and therefore a pharmaceutical drug. So the regulations are much more stringent, and the FDA has decided to kind of implement those rules. In my former job at British American Tobacco, we worked directly with the FDA, and unfortunately, the process to get a new patent or new product into the U.S. takes 5 to 6 years. So it's a very big project for manufacturers to take on. So you're seeing a lot of Korean manufacturers redevelop their formula to U.S. standards and reintroduce them. But to really answer your question, they want the Korean sunscreen because it prevents or fights against UVB rays, which is just not common in the United States for U.S. sunscreen.
Oh, that's interesting. And other than sunscreen, what other products are also very popular? Much of it is related to skincare, right?
Yes, we're seeing a very big boom for Korean skincare in general, just because of TikTok, honestly, and other social media platforms. A very big boom right now in toners and moisturizers. I think part of that is, like I said, the weather. It's going to be summer out here, and at least here in California, it gets pretty hot. So people are moving towards a lighter based moisturizer or more soothing toner.
Wow.
So sunscreen and moisturizer.
Yes, the skincare products. Definitely the quality is there, you know, the big hit on K-Beauty. But other than the qualities, what do you think there's other reasons for K-Beauty or K-Cosmetic receiving so much love in the US?
Well, it goes without saying the packaging is stunning. And to a US consumer, packaging and really marketing plays a key role into purchasing habits. And I think on top of that, luxurious products are kind of notorious with imported products. So between those and really social media as well, which we'll kind of dive deeper into in a second, those are the three main components driving, a K-beauty craze, shall we say.
Definitely, the packaging is a key factor when I choose my cosmetics as well.
Really?
The visuals, right? It's very important, eye-catching.
I actually haven't thought about this
Really?
point. I thought it's really just about the product itself. But now, come to think of it, the packagings in Korean cosmetics are really very beautiful.
Yes.
And I like the simple ones, especially the simple ones seem like they're, like the product
healthier,
itself
right?
is more healthy and really has the gist in it.
Exactly. So packaging and marketing, definitely. But also the biggest Hollywood stars are definitely there showing their love for K-Beauty, K-Cosmetics as well. There's Cardi B's favorite Mud Mask and Sydney Sweeney's K-Moisture Packs and also Hailey Bieber's Korean beauty device. So these stars, how do they have, effect or influence on this K-Beauty spreading in the US?
I would say overall in Western culture, social media influencers are playing a key role for really any company to make sales. It's really playing a pivotal role between the manufacturer and their consumers. And I think it really comes down to, it doesn't come off as salesy, it comes off as like a recommendation and something, much more genuine than a brand can kind of manufacture. And it's really resonating with younger consumers. And I think, on top of that, you see all these, stunning women and stunning people wearing these products. A lot of people want to have the same type of skin or glass skin as them. So they're kind of looking up to them and trying to, mimic whatever products they're using, really.
So I guess TikTok and all the online social media platforms do play a big role in this. And I have to say, even myself, when I was watching one of those videos by Cardi B, for instance, that was the moment when I was aware of that product, that Korean product.
Even if
even in
Korea,
even
definitely.
Korean people get to know of a product through these globally going viral SNS videos. So that's very interesting. Now, I want to now ask you, Eric, about the U.S. market in general, how K-beauty products will be doing in the future. So the U.S. is diverse in terms of ethnicity and skin type. So do you think Korean cosmetic brands could do anything better to better cater to the consumers in the U.S. in the future?
Well, I'll start off with saying I think they're doing a really good job as is. But what I'm hearing from some consumers, the overall feedback is, especially with like lotions, moisturizers, or even, makeup, is especially for people with darker skin, it leaves like a white cast or it just doesn't blend in well. And I think part of that comes down to culture. I think Koreans are much more aware of the damages of UV rays, and for that reason they stay out of the sun. Versus in the United States, a tan look is, what's something everyone aspires to. And for that reason, it's just a cultural difference. So if they just take that into account and maybe, try some new formulas. I feel like they're really close to, really achieving something great.
Now, this is an impromptu personal question to you, Erica. Now, these days we see also many male consumers grabbing to Korean cosmetics. Do you use makeup as well, or Korean brands or Korean products?
So I do not use Korean makeup, but I am all in on Korean skincare. And I can tell you, people my age at my local gym at Equinox, I see people my age starting to use products, which is part of the reason why I started importing, these products is there's a demand, especially people my age. You know, I'm 26, and it's not being fulfilled. And so, you know, I want to help, you know, other male people get into having a simple Korean skincare routine. It's really simple and it makes the world of a difference on my own skin. So I think it'll make a world of a difference on other people's skin as well.
Well, that's
Wow.
great to hear. And quickly, Bella, what do you think is the most important when it comes to skincare?
Oh, skincare. We wear makeup every day for our work, right? So I think it's very important to also put on the makeup, but more important is, you know, removing the makeup. So I specifically, you know, take care when I remove makeup, you know, go through my removing,
That
cleansing.
is very important.
Yes.
And also for me, I think the basics are really important more than
yes.
the colors that we put on our face every
Right.
day. Really the basics, the skin, the toner, the essence, and the moisturizers. Well, thank you very much, Eric, for connecting with us today. It was very interesting to hear about how K-Cosmetics are doing in the US, and keep in touch.
Thank you.
Thank you for having me. And I look forward to seeing you guys maybe at the Korean Beauty Expo in September.
Oh, that would be great. Thank you.
I'll be there. Take care.
And thank you, beautiful Bella, as always. We're going to see you back here tomorrow.
Yes, I'll see you back tomorrow.